is when you're at your normal weight, the fluid that your body needs to have in, that's your driver. So that when the weight goes up, you put the fluid in, and then as you remove it, then you get back to driver. That's the function of the tank. Keep your the right level of fluid in the body. But if you don't have a working system, how does that make sense like that?
Yeah, I'm trying to follow that, but it's difficult for me. I'm layman, yeah. Let's see, WB6JFH, this is K0JTA. This will be the software-defined radio group here in a short period of time, 5 or 6 or 7 minutes, something like that. Okay, so it took 2 sessions then to be able to correct that issue, and I guess correct is the best term that I could apply to that, but it made it to some degree better. And this is about getting short of breath as a result of too much fluid then. That's just really surprising and puzzling to me, but of course I've not been exposed to that kind of thing, so it's all very, very new to me. My goodness, I'm very sorry to hear that it was a rough week for you then, that's for darn sure. But, well, yeah, at least you must have been feeling kind of interested in chipper to the point, like I said last night, stayed up until 1 a.m. I was up myself until about 1:30 last night. Normally I try to get to bed at about 11, and yeah, I just had some interesting emails and this kind of stuff, and matter of fact, I just sent an email off to Lou here. I was late getting down to the computer. I didn't get down to it until about the 15 or 16 or 17 after the hour, and normally I get down here just before noon, and then I check into the Minnesota section phone net, and then excuse myself and come up here on 20 meters and things like that. But yeah, so but anyway, it was just interesting stuff on the little SDR that I battled with that little RS-918. So anyway, just an interesting observation from somebody who had attempted to go after the MCHF, which is the kit, but the kit is just that, it's a part. It doesn't have actually all the parts like the case, and doesn't have the RF transistors and microphone and power cable, things like that. A lot of things are still missing. But the big thing is that the instructions are missing. The information is all out there, but it's largely you have to find it and try to assemble it and, seek it out and use it in whatever this particular portion of the construction of this kit comes to be. It's not like a youth kit, that's for darn sure. And when I had gone through that myself, I was going to build a kit, but, just the winding of the coils, that's a pretty deliberate thing, and of course you have to do that the right way. Anyway, so just, the direction of the coils, the number of turns, the type of material, this kind of stuff, was a puzzle to me. And then worse than that, once you get that all done, they try to say install it. Well, my goodness, here you got a coil transformer that's made up by winding a couple, 3 turns, or a couple, 3 different windings, circuits on the toroid coil. Well, it's got more than one lead, it's got several. So by simply installing it, well, there's probably the right way to do it, and then there would be a lot of guesses and choices and this kind of stuff. So I don't know, it was quite a problem. It turns out it turned out to be a similar problem for another fellow that has a very, very interesting blog. I could actually send that to you, and then when you're at the dialysis center, you can read through these things, and it's quite an interesting thing by a person who was extremely fair on the MCHF situation, you might say. And I feel unfair too, but the thing is, there's just a little bit too much to attack, you might say. Oh well. Alright, once again, this is K0JTA. My name is Mike. I'm located near Hampton, Minnesota, and this will be the software-defined radio group if people have any interest. And let's see, if you'd like to be able to see what I see and hear what I hear, look me up in KRZ.com. The call once again is K0JTA, Kilo 0 Juliet Tango Alpha, K0 Japan, Tokyo, America. Look me up at K0JTA.com. The top of the page there will have a link that will take you directly to YouTube. Once you're there, look for one of the icons that says live now, and then you'll be able to see what I see and hear what I hear and things like that. At any rate, we're getting very close to it. Then right back to there, WB6JFH and the SDR group. This is K0JTA. Go ahead there, David, over.
One way to look at this is look at filling up the bucket with water. The bucket has a hole. So you have water going in and water coming out. What happened to me was I was putting in more water than it was coming out of the bucket. Essentially, that's what happened. I had too much water, too much fluid for the bucket being my body. And so that's what happened. For me, really waiting is the long is I have to be hooked up to a machine. Look at the bucket that has the valve on it. Most of my time, my valve closed because I don't have a working system. So the bucket fills up and it fills up, fails up to get heavier and heavier. The heavier it gets, harder it does. When I go to dialysis, the technique goes into an artery. That's like turning the valve on, and that's allowing the fluid to flow out. Does that make sense? Go ahead.
Yes, it does. Yep, that makes perfect sense. And that, but the problem is you're taking out blood too. It's not just fluid. So I guess the excess is being sensed or is present in your blood. So by effect, you have to reduce the amount of blood in your body then, right? Over.
Right. Yeah. The bucket gets so full. And if you had a thin wall bucket, you put a lot more water in it, then the ball is bang. So anyway, essentially that's what's going on. In most people's cases, I regulate how much they have because it has to be the whole bucket. That's because all the how much fluid you have in it all the time. We don't have that function. Turning ALC off on your radio. Then you don't have control when you overdrive the radio. All kinds of parts and the feedback loop. That's the way it works. And our bodies are, billions of feedback loops going on. It's just one of those. So anyway, it causes issues and side effects and stuff like that. It's part of dialysis. When I started this 4.5 years ago, I was told that there are going to be days when you're going to be down, down days. Days when you feel like crummy. All this kind of stuff. I don't want to get out of bed. Stuff like that. So, it's part of the treatment. Part of the absolutely. Once these pieces are going around, then what you see K0JTA, WB6JFH.
Okay, yeah. WB6JFH in the SDR group. This is K0JTA. Well, how are you feeling right now then? Over? WB6JFH, K0JTA. How are you feeling right now then? Over? Okay, real good. WB6JFH in the SDR group. This is K0JTA. I missed quite a lot of that at first. Signal was just really, really, really poor. I have NR2 turned on here, and I got the AGC gain right down in the noise floor, which is quite low, but there's just not enough signal there. Let's see, I'm going to just check something here real quick. Yeah, my noise floor is very, very close to a negative 140 dB, so it's very, very, very quiet. But if there's no signal there, you can't get anything out. So when you came up at the tail end of your transmission, or the last half at least. But yeah, well, okay, let's see. We're kind of into the thing. I don't know if there's anybody else that would like to join into the software defined radio group. This is K0JTA, and my name is Mike. I'm located near Hampton, Minnesota, which is in the southeastern portion of the state of Minnesota. If you'd like to be able to see what I see and hear what I hear, look me up in K0JTA.com, and there's a link at the top of the page in red. My call once again is Kilo 0 Juliet Tango Alpha, K0 Juliet Tango Alpha, or K0 Japan Tokyo America, K0JTA. Once again, look me up on K0JTA.com. There's a link at the top of the page in red. Click on that, that'll take you to YouTube, and then once you're there, look for one of the items at the upper left that will say Live Now. Click on that, and that'll bring you to the video presentation. You might say, crappy as it is, but it's there. Anyway, anybody would like to join in with the software-defined radio group? This is K0JTA. Over. Not hearing a thing here. So, like we had discussed here last week, that field day is in session, and lots and lots of activity seen on the spectrum display here. and I was kind of fortunate to be able to see that 14.347 was actually open, so that was pretty good. So that's the way it goes. WB6JFH and the SDR group. This is K0JTA. Over.
Yeah, very good. I'm looking at the pan adapter and light signal is right at the edge of the band. We're still legal. That's good. And my filter's at 2.7 kilohertz. So receive and transport. Right? That's a lot. Okay, yeah, your signal dipped down too, so there's still some QSP going on. So anyway, that's just the way it is. I wonder, have you seen or heard anything about the APT for Charlie? The little guys, about the size of maybe an SDR meter, things like that are, hardcore processors and running Windows 10 and stuff like that. They saw that. I told about it. I looked it up the other day. And I wondered if they're powerful enough to all you need is that's the radio to the computer, and the computer, this computer, like I said, is a quarter of the size of 7,000, maybe not even that. Has all the power you can get, 8, 16, 400 megabytes of memory. Has an SD, software, or not software, the different hard drive. I think the one up there, the memory drive, stuff like that. With all the connectors, stuff like that. It's so small, you put it in your RS radio, things like that. I was kind of wondering whether they would be powered up to run SDR stuff. All what's going on here. I haven't talked to my friend yet. He wouldn't be available until next month, so we'll start working on promoting the station. K0JTA in the group.
WB6JFH and the SDR group. This is K0JTA. Let's see, okay, and your friend not being available, my goodness, for another month, my goodness. And you mentioned something, and I was not able to copy it, and I guess it's a different type of SDR unit, and I copied down Alpha Charlie Papa. That's all I could get. Over.
Pocket-sized computer with a power. The Pi controller is much more powerful than power SDR software. Friend or seat. I don't know. It sounds like from the specs it's good, but I haven't heard anybody use one myself. On the radio. K0JTA, WB6JFH.
Okay, on the pocket-sized computer, but I'm still missing out. What is the definition? What is it called? Over.
Alpha, Charlie, Papa, Charlie. Alpha, Charlie, Echo, Papa, Charlie. That's the name of the computer, correct?
Okay, I have Alpha, Charlie, Echo, Papa, Charlie. Is that correct? Over.
Roger.
Okay, I'll have to look that up. I don't know about that. I do know about the Raspberry Pi. Matter of fact, I have built up two of the heads, as you well know, you look me up in K0JTA.com and then scroll down, you'll be able to see what I had been doing here earlier. But let's see, something I was thinking about there too, I can't think what the heck that was. At any rate, I also have the Asus Tinker board, which I have played with there too, but have not done much with that. But I now do have the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, which is the latest version as I understand. And the point there is to duplicate the functions of the MFJ1234, which is a method of getting remote access to a fairly modern radio. Not in all cases, it doesn't have to be modern. Well, if you have a USB port on your radio, it makes it easier, but this is not an absolute. You can interface the audio into the radio manually. Still have to, I guess you have to, the radio has to be modern enough to have CAT commands, CAT, for computer, access to the radio controls and functions. But anyway, that's as far as I've gotten. But this other one, this ACEPC, yep, I do not know about that. I'll have to have a look. The little Raspberry Pi and the one by Asus, it's the Asus Tinker board, strange name, but the Tinker board has a lot better processor. It's got a better Wi-Fi. It has gigabit Ethernet. It's got twice the memory and a much, much faster processor, as I understand. So that was the reason that I went to it. It does cost about twice as much, so you're spending more money, but still I think it was $65 maybe. I don't even know now. But it wasn't a terrible, huge fee for the little Raspberry Pi computer. And I did just run it here, and I did some things because I had it in a case and the display was upside down. And so there was a couple commands you can do to put in 2 rotate commands, and with that then it brought the display to the conventional presentation with my particular installation of the display. And of course that was because I had the display was being used for another purpose, and that was just an easy way to do it as opposed to ripping it out and redoing it. But I will look into it. Alright, take another just a short standby here. If anybody else would like to join up with the software-defined radio group, my name is Mike, and by the way, if you'd like to be able to see what I see and hear what I hear, look me up in K0JTA.com. The call once again is K0JTA, Kilo 0 Juliet Tango Alpha, K0 Juliet Tango Alpha. Once you're there on K0JTA.com, click on the topmost link. It's in bright red. Click on that. That'll take you to YouTube. Once you're there, click on the Live Now icon. That'll be up the upper left-hand portion of the screen. Okay, anybody else would like to join into the SDR group? This is K0JTA. Come ahead now, over. Not hearing anything, so, yep. At any rate, go ahead there, David. Like I said, I'll look up that ACEPC, ACEPC. Yep, I just have to see what that's all about. Really kind of interesting. WB6GFH, this is K0JTA. Go ahead, David. Over.
Wasn't sure what you were going to use it for. Now I understand that part. Yeah, I forgot about the operating system the Pi does. Go ahead.
I missed the operating system. Go ahead, over.
Okay. Well, I'll do it on that. John Malton stuff. And I but maybe the idea would be to try the anchor board. And if I remember right, the direct relation is real high. And the board and all the stuff that requires, and use anchor board instead of the Raspberry Pi. So that might be another plan for us to get that going as well. anybody check in. There's still stations above us, and my kind of doctor is still full from where we are to the left side of the train. So, the elevator is going to be going till at least some people are going till 1 p.m. They're coming down here. K0JTA group, WB6JFH, go ahead.
Yep, WB6JFH, and the group, this is K0 Juliet Tango Alpha. Yeah, I got your frequency readout here. The upper end is 14.349. Well, it's about 900 megahertz, so you still have a few hertz to hit the outside of the band. So yes, you're very legal as far as I can tell here. You're right up against the red line there at 14.350, but you're highly well defined as being within that line. Now, if you had a conventional radio, you definitely wouldn't be splattering outside the band. But of course, you're running the N like I am, and you're running pure signal, so it's it's a non-issue. To make a long story short, I did look up the APC mini computer is one of the things that came up here. I haven't gotten anything further. I see one of the ads is showing that it's available at Amazon.com. Yeah, just kind of an interesting little box. I'm not sure which I'm looking at here. Some, I just glanced at the pictures, and some look like they're like on a little USB. That could be the case. I guess actually I'm going to go ahead and click on the one here for Amazon, just open that up in a new link and see what it looks like. And no, these are actually, looks like see, I can't think of it, the NUC. If several people are making them, maybe it was Intel and somebody else, or maybe Intel only, but it looks like the NUC. But yeah, this is quite interesting here. I see different name brands here too. Price ranges of 126 something to 189 to 269. But yeah, it's interesting. Got gigabit Ethernet, dual band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.2. It's got Windows 10 built into it apparently. So, yep, very, very cool looking little outfit. Like I say, sometime back I had seen one here that they were building into something, and the point was that it was just it was a USB dongle, you might say, or a USB device that you could plug directly into a USB port or an HDMI port on a monitor, and of course you have the USB output. You just bring that down to a USB bridge or port and this kind of stuff, expand it, and that way you'd have a very minimal but functional Windows 10 computer in the form of something that was just basically hidden on the back of your monitor. Kind of interesting. Had some limitations, but I mean, it was a computer, so And yeah, this other one here, I can't think of it now, the Asus Tinkerboard, that uses its own language. Unfortunately, it does not use the Raspberry and the Raspbian and things like that. I know enough about this stuff to possibly recite the names. As far as doing stuff with them, I have been in the operating system or the firmware, or whatever you want to call it, to the point that I can, get into the what is it now? It's the terminal, and make changes to certain things, and I'm just trying to follow the instructions because I have no idea what I'm doing. As a point of example, I had done some work on one particular one here, could not make it function, and it turns out that there was a command which was assumed, and within this command that was offered, I had to type the word sudo, S-U-D-O, with a space, and then it would continue with that command. Then it did work. So like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just like a monkey pulling levers there. But like for example, I tried to get one of these Raspberry Pis here to become a web SDR server, and the instructions again are just they're making a lot of assumptions. They assume that you know what you're doing with this stuff, and of course I don't. So it's got to be set down. And like say, when I make an instruction set, for example, I have this format that not a format, but I call it grandma proof. And it's basically making no assumptions. Okay, here you take your mouse and move it over to this thing and double click on this thing that says verify and things like that. And it's along with pictures and things like that. So it's, like I said, I could give it to my grandma, and she'd be able to operate follow the instructions. That's the kind of thing that I need, because I am of the grandma ability, you might say. WB6GFH in the SDR group. This is K0JTA. Over.
K0JTA. The group, WB6GFH. Pause for a second to see if anybody wants to check in. Field day, there's probably a lot of people out still doing field day. Probably have about the last hour before they shut down and start tearing down the place. So, okay, yeah. I'm that way too. I'm the only language I understood was learn. And I did learn dot command when I got the first PC. But the Raspbian is a different piece. I'm still trying to find a reference online and giving commands that I need that I can get, try and fix the time is the software running again. And so I really need somebody that knows Raspbian. So far I haven't found that person. So anyway, lots of fun, Life is all full of challenges, and that's just going to be one of them. And I don't really want to buy another computer. I'm never worried that I don't have the money for it, but it is kind of interesting to see my question is those HPCs power enough to run our software? And people, guys, whether when it's been to the hand. And there is a YouTube about they have set this up to use it with a TNC to do the Windows system. And the demonstration shows how it all works. I use WinLink all the time. Emergency Services uses that. And so I could recognize what people are doing. Something like that. And everything set up on his back deck with a couple portable batteries, one to power the radio and the TNC, and then you can share from a cell phone battery. It's mostly a case that you can buy a cell phone battery or cell phone you have. That'll power the computer for hours and hours and hours. It's good for if you have to go out in the field to provide emergency communications for like the Red Cross or other agencies, things like that. Then we're all in this little bag, and you really need some kind of antenna, buddy pole, stuff like that. Put up for the loop antennas, you can put up and you're on the air providing communication. So that's what the friend was looking at. This would be real neat for that kind of activity. And it'd probably be a real neat for field day today. For logging and controlling the radios, the multiple logging programs control radios. So anyway, it just looks nifty. But like I said, I don't know if it's powerful enough to run the SDR software that we use. And I assume that the Flex software, smart SDR that they use, probably needs some horsepower too. So it looks interesting, but I'm not going to do anything right now. I really can't. K0JTA in the group, WB6GFH. Oh, by the way, you did down a little bit that time too, so I missed a few words as well. Totally friendly. So back to you, myself.
Okay, WB6GFH and the SDR group. This is K0JTA. Anybody who would like to join in, come ahead now. K0JTA standing by. Over. Hearing nothing. Yep. Yeah, your signal actually has come up now. And in that original link, in the original search here, there was another one that came up here which I recognized the form factor, and I did follow the link there. And basically it's got a there's one here it's got a price tag of $109, actually $109 $99, so it's $110, and it's got 2 gig well, 2 gig plus 32 gig of whatever. It's got Intel Axiom Z8350, whatever it is, and Windows 10 Pro, and that's for $110. Yeah, and the other one here is only $55, and it's got an Intel Cherry Trail computer. Let's see, Intel Axiom X5 processor. So yeah, these things are pretty darn reasonable. It's got a couple USB ports, and it's got looks like a little slide switch and another, like a mini USB port and things like that. So it's quite interesting. Lots of little stuff coming out here. But yeah, I'm sure, like what you were saying there, the full-size one by the Ace PC would be perhaps have enough power to run things like Power SDR. I did a search here, modify the search rather to APEC, ACEPC rather, ACP computer and Power SDR, and I'm not finding any links that would have Power SDR in the results. So it could be that it's just simply not possible, or maybe has not been done yet. But I guess I have to try to find out the specifications here, and the specifications are here someplace. I had a link there. Okay, it's got an Intel Celeron J3455 quad core. So yeah, it's dual band Wi-Fi mini computer, support 4K, 4K HD, Bluetooth, Type-C connection, and things like that. So it's pretty darn good. I don't see the specifications on the speed of the computer though. I mean, of the processor. GPU, and so you got a separate CPU and a GPU. But yeah, it's just really it's pretty darn cute. I see they have different ones here. They have one over here that's they're showing the ACEPC, comparing it to an HP that is of the same form factor. So it's HP has been in the game too, so they're equal, and kind of a counterpart as far as the power and things like that. Really interesting though, very interesting. Yeah, like you, I'm not going to be going after one that's for darn sure. Whoop, time on it. I just haven't noticed here long. I thought my power had gone down, but maybe I guess I was not speaking as I was looking at my meter or something. Well, no, actually it's not. It is shifting here, so I'm not sure if I got a bad mic connection or what. It was going away. Oh well. Yep. Speaking of go away, we might consider that because conditions aren't terribly good and things like that. WB6JFH K0JTA over.
K0JTA. WB6JFH. Yeah, you cut out several times. Usually not there at all. No signal received, and you come back. Stuff like that. So I don't know if you're, because you got your SDR issue if you're having problems with that, or problems with the microphone or something. But you just weren't there for a few seconds and then came back and stuff. So anyway, yeah, it's an interesting the way that computers are getting power and power is like our radios do. And I started out with a DX100, which you could probably put about 7,000 in it, and still have room for a couple of 10 and 10 stuff. So yeah, that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's interesting. And this is for my friend. His flying schedule was all booked up for this month. But sometime in the middle of next month, he'll have some time off. That's when he's going to come over and we're going to start working on some kind of remote optimization. So that's the reason why. And again, because of the 737 MAX is not flying, they're doing a little bit more using the other 737s, the 600s and the 800s. So the schedule's a little bit busier right at the moment until they get those planes back in the air. Which looks like they're pretty close to doing that, but we'll see how the transition goes if the public wants to fly those planes, even though they've been, fixed, software's been fixed and stuff. Anyway, that's okay, or is it your amp is kicking out or something like that? K0JTA in the group, WB6JFH, go ahead.
Okay, WB6JFH, K0JTA, 1234, 1234, 1234. Yeah, I got a definite picture. If I turn the microphone this way here, if I turn the microphone, it goes away. So I got a loose connection inside the, whoop, got it. Got a loose connection inside the microphone. There's no doubt about that. So, yeah, I got to do something about that, obviously. Well, okay, I'm glad we made that discovery. And yeah, that 737 returning to service, I've read different reports, and some are saying August, other ones are saying October, so there's a lot of stuff that has to be gone through, and of course it has to be fully vetted by the FAA in a more complete manner this time, as opposed to being self-certified by Boeing. And then of course it has to get through all the other world's organizations that are, I guess you might say, analogous to the FAA here in the United States. So lots of stuff to have to get done there. Yep, I got to take this microphone apart here and see what the heck broke on it. Doggone it. And I don't have the RF getting into the speakers, you know, which is really kind of interesting. That just went away. And so maybe my microphone connection here is related to that. But right now I'm just watching the audio, and I do have audio going out, so as long as I hold the cable that goes into the bottom of the microphone here, as long as I hold it pushed in, I'm okay. But yeah, alrighty. Well, I'll see you later on then, unless you got something further. Nice to hear from you. Sorry to hear about your bad week, but hopefully that'll be stabilized and you'll be through this hardship dip in the road, or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, these things do happen once in a while, there's no doubt, but I'm still sorry to hear that it had happened to you here this last week for you. So 7-3 Dave, unless you have something further. WB6JFH, K0JTA, over.
Okay, Mike, yeah. I could hear you move the cord a little bit. The microphone got real scratchy and stuff, so something loose inside. I'll go ahead and take care of that. We'll catch up with you next week. As far as I know, there's no contest that'll interfere next week. Usually there isn't after field, but sometimes you never know. So we'll catch up with you next week. Have a good week, Mike, and take a look at the microphone, see what's going on in there. I've had microphone leads break on me. I had to get the old soldering iron out and soldered them back up, and they will work fine again. So we'll say 73. Have a good afternoon and good week, Mike. K0JTA, WB6JFH.
Yep, so gotta move them. Gotta move it up here so I can get some audio out, and gotta find a sweet spot. Yeah, this is a homemade microphone, and the cable on the bottom is loose, and I suppose with all this activity moving around just a little bit once in a while, it has simply broken off a wire, so I gotta just take it apart here, and it's kind of, I'm working down the end of a hole here, so I have to take this switch off and see if I can pull all the guts out and get at this thing, and it could be something that's shorting out, or it could be actually a broken wire, but whatever it is, it's not making the circuit happy. 7-3 then, and have a good week, I hope. See you next weekend then. WB6JFH, K0JTA is QRT.
Kilo 8.
Good afternoon, Mike. WB6JFH is clear.
There's a Kilo 8, go ahead. Doggone it. There's a Kilo 8, go ahead. K0JTA, doggone it. There's a Kilo 8, doggone it, I just can't get any audio of this thing. Yeah, I just can't do it. There's a Kilo 8 station, K0JTA, over.
Hello, Romeo, November, Mike, Ohio. Do you copy, over?
Romeo, November, Mike is all I got. I got a Kilo 8, I guess is the... I do have you, I do copy you, K0JTA, over.
Very good indeed there. I appreciate that. The H here is 80, and we've got some health issues, but, and I won't keep you very long there. We're only running about 60 watts, and I count 7300, and a 5D vertical antenna there, over.
Okay, real good on your IC7300. Yeah, I got one of them sitting right next to me here. I'm running about 300 watts, and my radio is a Apache Labs Anon 7000 DLE, Anon 7000 ENEN 7000. At any rate, running about 30 watts into a little ALS 600 amplifier, which then is giving me about 300 watts of output power. And I got a real bad break in my microphone, so I have to just hold it really carefully here. And so real good. Okay, in your age of 80, that sounds good. You're doing well. You sound good. Age here is 75 plus, so we're working on 76 here, not too terribly long actually. K0JTA, K0JTA, over.
Okay, very good indeed there. Well, you're talking just a little bit too fast for me to write the call down, but I'll pick it up here. Your power is good. I'd say you're S9 here in Central Ohio, QTH Newark, Newark, Newark in the state of Ohio. We've held this same call sign since 1958. Over.
Okay, real good. Yeah, it's about the same thing here. My novice call is K0JTA, so same thing. My call once again is Kilo 0 Juliet Tango Alpha, K0JTA. Let's see, I was gonna, go ahead, over.
Okay, very fine indeed there. So the only thing I don't have for you, and you don't have for me, is the personal names there. We use the initials of our name. That's what we use. And that is CC, the alphabet C. CC is what we go by, and I did give you the QTH there. Over.
Okay, real good. I did get that, and gonna stop the recording here. I'm just gonna play back a little recording just to let you know how we're coming in here. Here it comes. Okay, I'll chop off the recording there, but you get the picture. My name is Mike. My name is Mike, short for Michael. And the call once again is Kilo 0 Juliet Tango Alpha. If you'd like to be able to see what you look like and see what you sound like on my SDR here, look me up in KRZ.com. And at the top of that KRZ.com presentation, you might see there is a link in bright red. Click on that bright red link. It'll take you to YouTube. Once you're there, look in the upper left-hand corner of the upper left-hand portion of that page, and there'll be one of the items there that, well, they all look alike, but one has got one that says Live Now, and with that, then you'll be able to see a portion of my screen and things like that. K8RNM, where I have Kilo 8 Romeo November Mike. This is K0JTA, over.
K0JTA, Kilowatt 8 Romeo November Mike, returning. Yeah, very fine indeed there, Mike. Well, I live alone, and I don't have anybody there to help me, but I don't have a computer that's operating at the moment there. But I appreciate all that information there. Hopefully that you are able to repair your microphone. I hope that is not too difficult there. I used to be a very astute technician. I worked for the government at one time, the Air Force, as a civilian. We worked on the Minuteman missiles, and I had a NASA certification there for technician and so on there, Mike. So anyhow, I don't want to belabor the call here, but I'll be glad to stand by and listen for any other information that you might have. Fine on your 75 years. We turned 80 here January past, and we're having some health problems. I got two shoulders that need total replacement. Everything inside the shoulder, the rotator cuff and all the whatever else is in there. And I have a bad wrist. I'd like to work CW, but I can't do it too fast there, Mike. So that's my story there. I did work for Ohio Bell in long distance and microwave. I also worked, I got my first class broadcaster's license at the same time in 58 there that I got my FAM license. So we did work as an engineer, a newscaster, DJ, etc., etc. A number of different stations here around the state of Ohio. So back to you once again there, Mike. And you sound good. You sound very fine there. I don't know what your normal tone of voice is there, but you sound fine. And I appreciate your patience with me. Kilowatt 8, Radio Norway, Mike, over.
Okay, real good there, CC. Well, thank you for bearing with me, too, with my crappy microphone. Once again, as long as I hold it really carefully here, it's still working, so knock on wood on that. And I want to play back just another recording here, because your signal's really quite good. Here it comes. Okay, that's the end of the recording, but you get the picture. Generate, your 7300, that's the second generation SDR, and so it's a very, very nice radio. Like I said, I've actually got a total of 3 of those things. I got one in the basement shop, I have one here at the main deck of the house, and I have one in my camper. And so it's definitely is a very, 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 very heavy contender for my Canon 7000, but I cannot easily record and play back over the air. I did make up a device for that, and just too many other things. I never finished the product. It would actually worked out well enough that I was actually considering, going into production and selling the thing. But it takes time to polish it to that point, and I just got way too many shiny things here that I just can't do it. At any rate, the impetus or the reason for this little gathering here is that this is the software-defined radio group. Normally we would meet on 14.340 megahertz, and that would be at 12:30 local time here in Minnesota. So that would be 18:30 or 17:30 Zulu. So every Sunday at 18:30 or 17:30 Zulu, jump on in and make your presence known, CC. I'm going to clear out of here though, but okay, in your past experience and things like that, even into broadcast, that's quite interesting. So you've got quite an extensive piece of history. Never got into that kind of stuff. I was in the Navy, worked in electronics there, as well as being a rescue air crewman. Worked for 37 years at Northwest Airlines in electronics. Anyway, when you get a chance, look me up on K0JTA. With that, I'm going to get out of here though. K8RNM, K0JTA. Nice to meet you, CC. Over.
Okay, very fine indeed there, Mike, and I'll let you go there. I will let you go there. And again, I appreciate your patience. One other thing I forgot to mention, since I'm blowing steam here, I owned and operated the very first 2 franchise Radio Shack stores in this area for 20 years. 7-3, very good afternoon from Ohio. And I hope everything goes well for you. I do live alone. I raised 3 stepchildren and babies. 7-3 again, and all the best. And I do repeat the thanks to you there. So K0JTA, Kilowatt 8 Radio Norway, Mike, after a short but enjoyable contact. Thank you for the playback. Kilowatt 8 Romeo November, Mike, 7-3.
Yep, sounds good. It's kind of fun to play with this kind of stuff here. Otherwise, people say, well, how do I sound? Well, here, I'll record it, and you can judge yourself. And if it sounds like you, well, great. Yeah, in my case, my voice is not terribly good and not what you would call broadcast quality. So, garbage in is garbage out. So that's the way it's going to go. All right, got to run here. I'm going to take this microphone downstairs and attack it before it gets me totally frustrated here. So, 7-3 then. Nice to meet you. And once again, every Sunday at 18:30 or 17:30 Zulu, depending on daylight savings time, is when we meet on 14.340 megahertz. 14.340. 7-3, K0JTA, Clear, and QRT.
Okay, again, 7-3, and many thanks, and much more enjoyment in life there for you. Kilowatt 8 Romeo November, Mike will finally shut up. 7-3.
Yep, me too. I enjoy rag chewing, as you can probably tell that. Anyway, it's kind of like these, what they call a Minnesota goodbye. Yep, it just extends. Sorry about that. 7-3, K0JT is really going to quit this time. I heard another station in there
Was there a station calling? This is Kilowatt 8, Romeo November, Mike standing by.